So we're in trailer 48 here at Havana Moor.
Don't tell them where we are.
Yeah, well they're not going to know until it's over anyway.
Okay.
Because we're not broadcasting live.
That's alright.
So that's cool.
Nobody show up anyway.
And we're with Maxx Explosion, me and Dan, Rockposer, and our fellow horseman Jimi Bell's in the house!
I'm here!
Yes! He came to my backyard! He promised he would.
Okay,
cool,
I'm
guys. And we got Chris and we got BJ, and it's Friday afternoon, guys.
Excellent.
Yeah,
No better day than Friday.
it's much better day than yesterday, man. We come in a pouring rain and freezing cold. Now at least the.
I'm glad you guys took care of the weather for us today.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, you know, this morning it came out when before Thomas, our road manager, came over. He came over to get BJ because they wanted him over at the club, and it was sunny. As soon as Thomas walked outside, it started pouring rain like crazy again. I'm going, what is it? You know.
Maybe it's Thomas.
We are. Don't forget. The UK is kind of bordering on the Arctic Circle. We get all kinds of shit over here.
Yeah.
So
we have had an awful lot of rain this year. A ridiculous. I think it's been the wettest for how many years?
25 years.
No, keep going. So like 200 years.
Is it really?
Yeah, I saw that on the news.
Yeah. It's been mad.
There's places south of here that are so flooded.
They were worried about the clubhouses
Yeah.
because they're flooded and they're pulling up the floors. I saw that.
It's shocking. We've had some terrible, terrible weather here, but it's sunny. It's glorious outside. I can see blue sky through the curtains here.
And through our drawn curtains.
Yeah, we got to keep the curtains.
We have to keep our milky power.
Jimmy will melt if he sees the sun. He melts.
Yes.
And there's also the fact that you guys are superstar rock stars, and we don't want people knowing where you are.
And don't forget, Jimi is also a domestic goddess. We must bring that in. If you've ever seen this man washing dishes, I'll tell you.
Oh my God.
He's the fastest dishwasher in the West.
I am. I went dishwashing school. I took a lot of
Was that New Haven?
I graduated top of my class.
So is it right? Obviously, because you're left-handed as well. Is there like a different technique you have to use for washing dishes from, say, maybe a right-handed dishwasher?
I'm not telling my
That's like a
secrets.
euphemism.
If I let out the left-handed secret about everything, the whole world's going to want to be left-handed. So
there's certain things we must keep secret on this.
Yeah,
right?
it's me and Tony Iommi are in contact. To talk about that.
Yeah.
Possibly. You and Tony Iommi are the only two men that can actually make females ejaculate.
Wow. That's an honor, I believe.
So look, guys, welcome to my backyard. Welcome to my backyard. It's great to have you in Wales. Finally.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
No, you're welcome, guys. It's one of the highlights of the weekend is going to be seeing you guys do double duty, and you could have been doing triple if we got the slot last night.
It is a crying shame, I must admit. We are gutted that obviously Maxx Explosion are not on the bill.
Well, there may be a band or two that has an accident.
Yeah, we could.
We're working on it. There's trapdoors being made as we speak.
Some of the amplifiers are pretty tall. There could be a band that might be up doing a sound check and something. Boom!
Yeah, something accidentally falls over.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
slippery floor syndrome.
Something like
Hey,
that.
we're happy. We're happy to be able to play. Maxx Explosion is going to be continuing the Europe tour in a couple days.
Yeah.
Once Robin leaves,
and we do appreciate the interest. That's very cool.
Yeah, I mean, granted, we would love to play this festival. We're going to be very, very pleased to go out and play through Europe what we have left of the tour, and we got another 4 weeks of the tour going, so we're going to be out there quite a bit. And
right, and if you don't understand, the whole thing goes: House of Lords is playing with Robin Beck for our first part of our tour. The second part is Maxx Explosion opening for House of Lords.
And if they don't understand that, Maxx Explosion is basically
it's House of
Lords without James Christian singing. It's where Chris is doing all the stuff. So we kind of come as a really compact unit. We can, every time a project comes up, with the exception when BJ and Chris had to go to Dhaka, when a project comes up, we all try to hone in on
we can't get rid of each other.
Yeah, we can't get. We have a certain working team, so we try to involve
something to do with the devil's contract, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, in other words, if a singer comes and is looking for songs, like some famous singer, I would get together with these guys. We'll get together and write a bunch of songs for that guy. That's how it works. It's
and not get paid.
Right.
That's how it goes all the time.
But it's about the music more than getting. Do you find that the promoters and the club owners, when they realise that Maxx Explosion are you guys, and then you got James on the end to make up the House of Lords package, do they think, Jesus, we're going to get them so cheap? And then you say, well, hang on, we're doing double duty. That means you've got to pay us double.
Well,
that would be nice.
Oh, it doesn't work that way?
Well, I mean,
some places, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It was a bit of a cluster mess.
Right.
I don't want to say fuck.
You can say fuck. Oh shit.
Yeah, don't say
shit,
fuck.
He said fuck.
Yeah, we'll be in trouble if you say fuck.
We added on Maxx kind of at the last minute.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of like, all messed up. Otherwise, we'd probably be on this bill.
It's still pretty new, too. That's, we haven't been around that long.
Yeah.
But you've got to be pleased how the reaction to the album's been.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's fantastic. We're actually kind of like surprised.
Well, were you sort of maybe, as though you guys have been in the business so long, maybe a bit nervous of how people were going to react to the album?
Well, I'm personally really nervous because I sang backups for everybody, but I've never been the lead guy.
Yeah.
And look at the shoes I got to fill.
Sure.
I got James Christian, Don Dokken, Mike Vicera, Jeff Scott Soto.
Yeah, so no pressure.
So, yeah. You know what I mean? So I just do it.
I was told there's only one place to go up. So.
if you can transcend those guys, and certainly with James, I mean,
I don't know if I would call it transcending.
Well, yeah, you go flying by him. It's like the maneuver in Top Gun, isn't it? You put the brakes on, they'll go flying by, and you can just take him over. Do you know what I mean? Let's talk American movies.
Yeah.
Chris does a great job with the vocals. He totally was really surprised. Not surprised. We didn't think Chris could sing. It just was amazing how it came out, and the response is good, and because of the fact of how much we play, I'd say like 90 to 99% of the time, Chris is always right on live too, which is a big deal, because it's like that's tough to do night after night after night.
Well, Chris, it comes like no effort for you at all. It just appears that you just get in there. I swear you don't warm up because you still got that tone.
It's really funny. That's such a lie, but go ahead. I'm
really
curious if that's you think that's interesting.
This is what I'm saying.
Because, I mean, I haven't been singing lead very long. Like, I've been singing backups for probably 10 years or so, something like that. Yeah, of course. I mean, it helps to, you learn how to sing with other people. They teach you things. I've been trying to learn. And I take opera lessons now at home. Yeah, I mean, not that I'm trying to sound operatic, but I'm
just from the whole vocal training.
Yeah, and learn how to do this. And it's like, I've started the lessons since we recorded the record. Okay. So it's like, I can't wait to do the next because I just feel like my voice is so much better than the record now. So I'm real excited.
Well, that's cool. I'll let you on a secret. I'm actually going to be starting vocal lessons myself.
Really?
Because I had an audition a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I know some guys, if you want to make a record, we tend to do that. So give us a call. We'll make a record.
We'll make a record for them. We'll be your backup band.
Oh man!
But that's the thing. We all have our own studios, and we did the record ourselves. And that's we've learned over the years that everybody has their own studio. We can do our wave files and
the one great thing about Maxx Explosion is we're a self-contained unit.
Very self-contained.
We're not relying. We're trying not to rely on anybody doing anything for us.
Yeah.
We're trying to do everything. If somebody drops the ball, if somebody says they're going to do something and drop the ball, we don't want it to be like, it's got to be like, we're moving forward regardless.
Right. Yeah.
And because in this business, how many people are doing that? There's this guy saying they'll do this guy says they're going to do this, and none of them do anything.
All the broken promises. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So Maxx Explosion so far has been doing it.
All right, I'm painting that. All right. Okay.
Get that.
That's your first single. There you go, Jim.
World of Broken Promises. I'm going to write.
That's your first single. There. I see.
No, I'm going to be taking those lessons after the audition I had the other week. I'm definitely going to be doing that.
Well, of course, being Welsh, you're halfway there.
Well, yeah, I can sing, but I can't sing.
Well, let's hear you. Come on,
no.
You got to do something. You have the mankini. You got to sing. Come on.
I'll be singing in the mankini later. I'm going to be running it.
We'll be crying, the rest of us.
When Robin's on stage, I'm going to be running across in my bright.
I'll tell you what. We'll grab the microphone, go in the shower, and we'll mic you from the shower. Let's see what you can do in there. The acoustics are great.
I can do it. I had an audition with a touring band, and the guys have worked with Paul Shortino recently, and Priscilla Presley was out there, and I managed to get an audition. I got treated like a rock star walking around the Park Lane Hilton in the middle of London. I've never been to the place, and none of the staff knew me. It was quite funny. It was the day of the awards, wasn't it? I walked in and it was like, yes, you come with us, would you like a glass of champagne? I understand you're here for something very important. And I thought I was one in a line of people. Turns out I was the line.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. And I've had that was a noisy bastard thing. it's pissing down with rain now. I had a call from the guy that owns the company today, and he said, well, we're gonna have two or three different versions of this band going round. I said, well, am I in line? He said, yeah, you're more than in line. So
very nice.
Yeah, I've got to have the lesson September, October time. It's going to kick off. I think. There's the rain.
Did you notice how he dropped in the little award?
I got an award, guys.
Well, I do. 2 weeks ago, he won an award. He became second Pure Rock DJ of the Year.
Oh, nice!
Awesome.
Congratulations!
Yeah. Second,
awesome.
I was the first ever winner of this award, and I am now second time winner. So I had a year off, but it qualifies me for a Sony.
It does, for a Sony award, and that's a big deal.
Award's a big deal, right?
That is a big deal in radio.
Congratulations!
Nice.
Congratulations!
We're proud of you.
We're hanging out with royalty now.
No,
we are.
No.
Welcome to our trailer. Here, have a cheese and cracker. We don't mind you drinking the wine now. Okay,
that's cool.
We won't charge you for that bottle now. That's great.
That's fine. Wow. That is proper pissing down rain. That is
that's proper rain.
That's hailstones.
Well, it seems bizarre, Jimmy and Jim, that we're doing a 3 Horsemen show.
Yeah.
As well. Without having our friend Bruce.
We said we were going to do this.
Yeah.
We said that we were going to get the...
And I know he was really pissed about the fact we were going to do it as well.
I know.
Because he wasn't involved.
It would have been nice if he could have come over too. That would have been great.
Of course, Bruce is not on PhD anymore.
No, we don't know what... I found out from Terry about that, and I haven't talked with Bruce or anything, so I guess when I get back...
He's got some stuff going on, though.
Yeah, that's good.
I was keeping abreast of some of the stuff he's been... Holy shit!
It is hail, yeah.
There it is!
Oh my god.
It might as well be snowing as well, fuck it.
This is insane. It was just beautifully sunny out here.
Welcome to Wales, 4 seasons in a day.
Yeah.
Well, this will not, regardless of what happens with Bruce, it will not stop us doing more 4 Horsemen shows.
Oh no, Bruce is right up for that anyway.
That's for certain.
Yeah. With the Maxx Explosion phenomenon, as it's become, do you find that you're getting more attention across in Europe than you would maybe at home? Because I think you're, with the tour coming up, the remainder of the tour, that you're probably going to find yourself spending more time this side of the Atlantic than at home.
I think so. I think this is like our introduction. You know what I mean? In a way, like right now, it's still. I mean, we've been doing this about a year.
Yeah,
it's real new.
Well, I said to you last night, Chris. I said, you will go down the storm in Europe because it's melodic rock in Europe now. It's huge.
Street,
yeah. Well, that's really encouraging to hear. I mean, for us, what's funny is you're talking about the cover bands and stuff.
Yeah,
that's what we wanted to do, is just make a band we could work in when we were off tour.
Yeah.
And then
Matt started as a cover band.
We weren't real serious about it until Jimmy's got a riff, and
we're too lazy. We didn't learn one song.
That's what happened.
We're too lazy. Isn't that funny? We're not lazy. We're not too lazy to write our own songs, but we're too lazy to learn cover songs. That's what it is.
So you were covering yourself, or whatever?
No, we were going to come out and do some
Doc and stuff.
We were just going to come out and do some trash stuff, maybe like LA Guns or Faster Pussycat, things like that. Where I think that's what we were talking about doing. That type of covers.
Just to do something different.
We came, we got together, rehearsed, and we just started writing songs like we always do.
We wrote Beat Around the Bush.
Crazy.
Actually, you know what happened was you guys sent me the music for Devil's Locomotive. A lot of times what happens is Jimmy and BJ will work together, and they'll send me guitar and bass, or guitar and drums, and I'll come up with lyrics for things. And originally, like this, I don't mean to backtrack so much, but originally the way I ended up singing for this was we were doing a sound check in Budapest with House of Lords, and I started singing lead on one of the songs we were playing, and James was backstage, and Jimmy goes, "Who's that singing?"
Yeah,
it's like, you gotta sing for us. So now I'm like, now I started to want to. I'm like, I want to do this. So they sent me some music, and I did all the words and lyrics for Devil's Locomotive. I just went off. I went crazy because I wanted to prove myself.
When we get together and write for House of Lords, we present James with about 20 to 22 songs every record.
Okay.
So we'll and then he'll maybe pick 10, 11, or 9, whatever, but somewhere in that range, 18 to 22 songs. So what we do is, like, now we have vehicles. We have another vehicle where whatever he used to pick, the rest of the stuff would just sit on a computer. Now we have a vehicle for us to weed through what's really good for Maxx Explosion.
It's not like we're using secondhand stuff.
No, but I'm saying if there's something that fits Maxx Explosion, and we hear it, it'll be good, and then we're writing all new stuff on top of that too.
Somebody's trying to say some of the songs on Forever were kind of done that way.
Yeah.
Because we had them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
why leave things in the background? As Jim was saying, 18 to 22 songs, you may pick 10 to 12 for the House of Lords.
Right.
You've got 8 or 10 languishing.
Right.
They've got to be done with something you could sell them on to whoever you want, I guess.
Yeah.
But why not play with them yourselves? They're your songs.
If we like them.
If we like them.
Because what's happened over
His voice is
time,
different than James.
Right. And we figured out what it is that we're kind of directed towards now. We've kind of figured out our filter. So if we get a Jimmy Bell riff, BJ and I will take it and put it through our thing. We kind of know how that's going to sound. Or if BJ comes up with something, Jimmy and I will put it through our, that's, and it seems to be making a certain shape now. More than,
and the lovely thing is, you're not beholden to somebody else who's writing your songs. They're your songs.
Absolutely.
There are songs.
Absolutely.
There's no outside writers, none of that.
Exactly. There's none of that. There's also no one telling us what we can and can't do.
Yeah.
Which you don't really want to give musicians.
So if we suck, it's on us.
Exactly.
That's the thing. So far, so good. There's no suckage.
No, but you know what I mean.
you.
It's a little more pressure that way.
Yeah.
Versus
It is
calling
all on
up,
you,
I don't know, whoever, Mutt Lang, we want to buy some songs.
Right,
Yeah.
and of course, we're I wouldn't say in competition with, but the other bands that are out sound so great. Everybody that's here sounds fantastic. We recorded it ourselves, we mixed it ourselves, we mastered it ourselves. This is all we've been doing this a long time, but still, the type of bands that we're trying to be in the same arena with are awesome. So it's a big thing big order to fill.
But do you find doing everything yourself that there is a danger you can't be critically independent maybe as much as you need to be, or can you separate yourself well away from...
Absolutely a great question, and that is always a danger of it. However, BJ and I are so opposite in how we think. He's such a great, him and I will be on the phone for hours and days and months about songs, about the ones we're working on. He's a stickler for production, for this backup vocal isn't right here, this isn't right here, there's too many things going on in this.
Yeah.
It's great. It's so valuable to have. He just understands it. Jimmy's great because he knows what people in the audience want to hear more than I do.
He's the out front kind of guy, the backstage kind of guy, and then you're in the middle.
He's a meter for people are going to think that's stupid. He knows, for some reason, that's just what he does.
It's one of my OCD things.
Yeah, and that's really great. And I feel like my stuff, so I'm always just wacky. I'm like, try this, try that. I don't know what, you know what I mean? So and between the three of us, it seems to filter into something that makes sense.
So is it a case of you throw stuff at a wall, see what sticks?
Now, BJ's usually good at putting a kibosh on something right away. He knows. After we get it, after we put it through and get it done, he'll say, no.
Right, and then we did that with a bunch of songs on Forever. We canned them because they just weren't up to par with the other ones.
We could try to fix something, and then at the end it's still not going to,
Right.
Well, the problem is, because you're going to overproduce the track.
Right.
Yeah, and you overthink it, and then you start,
exactly. We have a saying at home, you can't polish a turd.
Oh, yeah, we have the same saying here, trust me.
You can put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig.
That's right.
Hey, ever heard that one?
Mouth to mouth, the hole's a hole. You never know.
But to answer your question too, is we've done a lot of albums with a lot of different artists, and we've been told over the years, don't do this here. Right. So we have a lot of experience with that, and hopefully it comes out as a cohesive record, and it's not all over the place.
Out of those other artists then, come on, you guys work as a well-polished unit, nice little machine. Out of the other artists, there's got to be some real assholes.
Some assholes?
Yeah.
That's a tough one to answer.
That's a hard question to answer.
It's more about people are particular more than assholes. You know what I mean? I don't feel like people are asking me to do something,
You've never had somebody do the full-on diva strop on you saying, you didn't play that as the record and I'm fucking going.
Yeah, but then the thing is, too, you got to take into account that a lot of this is sometimes based on insecurity for people. It's not really directed at us. It's from them.
Yeah.
So we could take it as, we don't take that personally. You know what I mean?
No.
And that's usually what
That's the mark of a true professional, then.
Yeah.
Not me. I
We've
go
been around
nuts
a
on it. I'm always ready to go, what?
Jimmy's crying in
on the
corner.
phone, Triple H.
Kick his ass!
You must have had, between you collectively, some of the most bizarre experiences of any musicians in the world.
Oh,
your favorite David Wayne.
Oh yeah.
Me and BJ. We got stories about David Wayne, man.
You know how much I admired that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as everyone knows, I'm a massive David Wayne fan.
Yeah, I know, but it's just you wouldn't. When you listen to him on record and you knew him as a real person, you wouldn't believe it. People have their funny ways, man.
Yeah.
It's just really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a great guy, though. Dave.
Yeah, he was super.
He was
super
the real
nice
deal.
guy.
There's a good saying. There's no sane men on the tops of mountains. And that's how it is in music, absolutely. Anybody out there doing it that's still doing it, I mean, you know, I guess we're in that category too, is not fully correct in the head. So we expect
That's pretty much the same with presenters as well, to be honest.
I'll go with that. If we were all properly in the normal category, this world would be so boring.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, we can't account for the human condition either. That's the thing. There's too much wanting people to be normal and conform.
Right.
And this is where Maxx Explosion takes it away. You're not conforming to the regular.
It's nice for us not to have to be sidemen in one thing. That's really the difference for us. That's how I look at it. Is that okay? We can do this how we want to. If people like it, then that's fucking awesome.
The thing that we noticed about Maxx, just because, we just kind of noticed it because of where we're from.
How good
when we play, when you play out and you're playing local bands, like we'll play in cover bands, when we're not touring or whatever, just to make money. But when Maxx started and the CD was came out, we started to see followers following the band and consistently get bigger and bigger. People singing the songs in the audience.
That was you're right.
And so that was like. To me, that was the first time of anything that I played locally where I noticed like people were starting to get fans and they're knowing our songs. When you see your fans wanting to hear, I mean, we mix a couple cover songs, unique cover songs into our set when we have to play a whole night, things that other bands don't do.
Right.
But when you see the people singing your songs that you wrote.
Something's going right.
Yeah, something's going right where they want to hear them, and then at the end there's a massive applause. Like and over in the States, a lot of times bands that play original music, when your mix covers original music, when the original song is over, you hear.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
People be at the bar getting their
hard.
drinks, or in the bathroom, or outside smoking.
I mean, we get a good roar after we play our original songs.
We're very thankful for that.
It's got to say something to you then, isn't it?
We have a very nice fan base at home where we're from. It's really great. They're all great people.
And now you're expanding into Europe, and people are taking you on board and thinking, holy shit, here's another great project coming out of the Jimi Bell, the BJ, and the...
Well, it's about time we had another new American band. Because all we have is Scandinavian bands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, what I'm saying is I have some...
to yesterday was Scandinavian
bands. That's all I seem to have had on the show for the last, I don't know, month.
Weeks,
well, I have a theory about that too, and that's because the weather is so shitty there and it's dark half the year. They have time to get good.
We got the inside track on it yesterday. The government paid them to practice.
That's right. I remember talking to them there about that too.
Maybe we need to move there.
I know. We should freaking do that.
Serious, man. I mean...
Really?
If you're
they pay half their practice costs.
Transportation.
They all have the kids that have music schools they can go to and academies.
And what's his face was saying in Copenhagen that they actually get tax breaks for supplying entertainment and stuff like that. It's really cool.
And there's only 9 million people in Sweden, for example, and what is it, 15 million in Denmark.
Yeah.
Come to the UK, there's 70 million people here.
Right.
And half of them think they're fucking drum and bass bloody producers.
Right.
You know, 303 million people in the USA, in the continental USA, and half of them think they're Snoop Dogg.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. I mean, that's one of the things that's difficult too. There are so many bands. The technology has gotten so much cheaper. Instruments have gotten so much cheaper that everybody could be a band. So what happens is it's sort of, I wouldn't say it devalues the status quo of what music is, but it's sort of, there's a lot for, like, we're all trained professionals. We've done this for a really long time, and it's like we hope that that'll mean something. So it's hard to weed through that and stuff, and it's really awesome to see that people still care about a good, well-constructed song.
Right.
We're not up there just like jerking off. We're like trying to write good songs and trying to put that on. It's cool to see that people still appreciate.
Do you have tornadoes there?
No, we don't get tornadoes.
No,
we just get
good.
stupid wind.
It's all right.
Yeah, I'm ready for this trailer to go pick it up. It's going to be like the Wizard of Oz. I'm going to wind up in You know, Ozland.
Well, obviously,
Or
I've
over
got
at Ozzy's house, maybe. I don't know.
Obviously, I'm going to bring up what I'm seriously looking forward to this evening, which of course is House of Lords. It is a tick off my bucket list. Finally, I get to see House of Lords, which is a big deal.
You've been saying you never got to see him.
Nope. And I bought the first album. I got it on good old vinyl, and I managed to get it was like a promo copy. There used to be shops up in London, record shops, you could go and buy a promo copy like a week before the release.
Right.
Yeah.
Then someone would quietly sell it off, and I remember coming back to my local pub and brandishing this album. I was like, fuck, you got the House of Lords album! Unbelievable! And been a fan ever since. So
that's
that's
great.
awesome, man.
So to find everything, I mean, this is, as I've said many times, this is one of the main reasons I came up this weekend.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
Was
that's
to see
really
you guys.
cool.
That's me being honest. No BS. So it's going to be fantastic, and obviously, you guys with the new album as well.
Yeah, how do you like the new album?
Yeah,
It's getting great reviews.
it is getting great reviews. Well, so it should.
I was just going to say, justifiably so.
Yeah, I mean, people
Because,
are
you know,
really
let-
liking it.
There was a lull in the band, obviously, some albums ago, and then obviously, you guys got more and more involved, and that level's gone up and up and up with every album.
Yeah, well, we've been slowly trying to change things. We don't want to take it away from what it was, because it was great what it was.
Absolutely.
Sahara and all that's just, I mean, we grew
I
up.
was a big fan of that when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
Demons Down record, and
But,
Yeah.
we want to have our own little stamp on it, and we want to, so when James had us do the first one, World Upside Down, we were like, we didn't even know it was a House of Lords record, first of all.
Okay.
We thought it was going to be like a James Christian solo CD.
Right.
So, we're writing songs and, sending them off to him, the usual thing, like Jimmy told you, that, for 10 songs, maybe we'll send 20, But next thing you know, he says, oh, it's going to be a House of Lords CD. And we're like, hold on, wait a minute. You know what I mean?
Want to send those songs back?
Yeah.
Let's just give those a little spit and polish.
But, it all worked out. And then we just went from there. And little by little by little, we've been making it more guitar oriented.
Yeah.
And it's something we consciously, as a band, with James and Jimmy and myself and Chris, we talk about. Because, obviously, Greg Giuffria is no longer in the band.
Mm.
It's kind of strange, too. It's like that one record, man. I still, every time we play, someone bring, like when I'm talking to audio, I even like when we were in Newcastle or where we were, someone brought that up to me. It's like they go, oh, that Power and the Myth record. It's like, wow. It's like people will still bring that. There's still some good songs on that
Here
record.
it is.
Oh, yeah.
Here's
It's the thing to me, that album, I think the reason a lot of critics who ever trashed it is because, to me, it's not a House of Lords album. I know it sounds weird. It's a good album, but it's not a House of Lords album.
It's not what you would expect.
No. So I think when World Upside Down came out, I think initially it was a little bit of a unease, maybe people think, well, where's this going? And then suddenly, bang! It's like, oh, hello.
Yeah.
Shit, this is good.
Yeah. It's a little more straightforward. But those guys, Ken Mary and Chuck and Rainey, those guys are great.
Yeah.
I
think more of the people were shocked because the original members were still in the band and they did that record more than it being a bad.
Here's what happens. This is what happens. You have a band for so long, and then the band's obviously they stop playing for a while.
Yeah.
And then you get back together. Well, your musical vocabulary changes. Everything changes. You've been away from each other for 10 years. You come back, all of a sudden what you were into 25 years ago, you're not into anymore.
Shifted,
you're doing
yeah.
something else. So, I almost feel bad when I hear them getting beat up about that album, because I'm sure they all put their blood, sweat, and tears into that.
Absolutely.
It's just not with the melodic rock crowd wanted to have.
I think the problem you've got is that certain music fans, all they want is that first album again and again and again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They suddenly hate it when their band progresses.
Right. Exactly.
It's like
I
this is ours. This is our little band, and we don't want them to change.
Right.
And that's the problem any band's going to be up against.
And I have to give House of Lord, the original members of House of Lord, a lot of credit for Power and the Myth, because if you look at what was going on in music, they tried to bring that into what House of Lords is.
Right.
That's like the opposite of what House of Lords is. So they tried to do something with it.
To keep the band going in America and stuff like that. That was American music
obviously
going
I can see how people were either confused or whatever by it, but still, I mean, that's still a pretty big undertaking, and I think it's cool they tried. I really do.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree.
And sometimes the paying public think they're paying for the privilege of keeping you in that little hole where they found you.
Yeah.
And you guys as musicians are naturally going to want to say, well, we want to do this better, we want to do that bigger, we want to do this louder, we want to, whatever. And sometimes people get out of their pram. They get out of they throw their toys out of the bath and everything. And it's why do people feel precious about you guys wanting to move on? I mean, I don't understand.
Well, that's
people don't like change, right?
No,
of course,
exactly.
But I mean, not to always bring it back to Maxx Explosion, but we just try to have the most pristine and best whole.
Bleached,
Chris, you do.
Shaved.
Thank you. I mean, we want to have a hole that we can live in.
Okay.
No, but you know.
But you got to ask the question: Are you doing an album to appease the fans? Are you doing an album to appease the critics? Or are you doing an album because you enjoy doing it? And
I think you have to do all three.
And you have to do all. You have to somehow combine all three.
It's a
you
balance.
really do. It's not if you're just doing it by yourself. It's probably going to be so bizarre that no one's going to get it, or at least that's in my case. If you're trying just to please the fans, they're going to know. If you're not being real, they're going to know.
Yeah.
So
people
it's
can
like
see through it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we want to be able to go tour, we want to be able to play, we want to be able to sell records. It's our livelihood. So it's the kind of thing. It really is. It has to balance that somehow. Like that's
The response on the Maxx record is great. It really is. It really the Maxx Explosion record is really. I mean, it's not to say that we didn't feel confident in it at all, but it just kind of surprised us. That we kind of went, wow. And just because here's the thing, we did that whole record. It was all recorded, all done, and then we were gonna shop it around and release it or whatever, and whatever we were gonna do with it, but it was all ready to go. It was all set, said and done. And I pretty much, John, I just,
Well, hold on. It wasn't all set. Musically, it was done. But he had to go nuts putting the artwork and all that.
Oh, yeah. The music part, not the artwork. Chris does that. He's done Doc and album covers. He's done a lot of people's album covers. So he does all that stuff too. So, like we said, once again, self-contained unit.
Yeah.
We do everything. Well, Chris does a lot.
Well, I was hassling John for a track before the album. I was like, "Come on, I've got to hear something. I've got to hear this."
Yeah.
The bastard wouldn't send me a track.
Well, John.
Who's that, Kevin?
Yeah.
Really? We'll have to lay the smackdown when we get back.
Yeah, he's
I can't do that.
John's gonna get the clothesline.
Yeah, do
and
it.
then the Undertaker, the pile driver.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the figure 4 leg lock on him.
Are you going to WrestleMania this year?
What's that?
Are you going to WrestleMania this year?
No.
It's down in New Orleans.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No. If you get me a ticket, I'll go down with you.
We should play down there, dude. I love to play
love
that. That'd be great.
I reckon Vince would if you wrote some stuff and made it a wrestler's theme.
Well, I didn't. No. Hold on now. I do not write any of the wrestlers' music. That's Jim Johnson writes it all.
But if
I just
Jimmy
play
would
on
let
it.
you do it, wouldn't he? You're a mainstream band now. Let's get this right. And they use mainstream bands. And Maxx Explosion, with your connections, could just go. Phew.
Well, I mean, there's a few songs that I could picture.
You're hired.
There's a few songs that I picture like some wrestlers could really walk to the ring with and stuff.
I've heard them stomping. I've seen them stomping. Yeah.
But also with Maxx, the thing that we're getting off on right now is the power trio thing, which is
economically that's a really good way.
Yeah,
to
it works so well, and we tried it different ways, but it ended up being like the three of us were just in sync. We tried.
We've done so much together.
Yeah, we done. It just didn't work with another person, so we just kept it a trio, and it's just like It seemed like that's when the band really started.
Plus, I don't have to look at the back of James's ass. It's not fun. Robin, it's a little better, but
But you forget that Robin's so tiny. I mean,
But you see,
with your playing, you're not blowing her off the stage.
Is this the reason
remedial
that we have the facial expressions? Is this why it is?
Yeah, sometimes it's like, come on, dude.
Don't turn around because I got a bad one.
Don't forget he's still writing the checks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But James knows it's all about.
No, of course. Yeah,
He
James
knows
is
his
really cool.
banter.
And I definitely have to like thank him a lot. He's been very supportive of Maxx Explosion, and
Yeah, he has.
one of the main reasons for that is like what he said is that it's helped make House of Lords sound better because we play so much.
Yeah.
Maxx Explosion, and
Well,
really,
he's gotta
I think
get
you
the
might
chops
hear
up for
that
you, isn't he?
tonight.
Yes, he
is that
does.
It's pretty.
He's behind us.
I was just gonna say,
It used to be the other way around.
yeah, he's
He'd
gotta
show up,
keep
he'd be
his
like,
chops.
boys, that's wrong, this is wrong. We'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, jeez, all right, what's going on?
let's
You know?
change that around.
And now it's the other way around. He comes, oh my God, it sounds like a TV. That's what he said. We did the Melodic Rock Fest, and we were so prepared for him. He had to turn around and tell me to stop. You gotta stop. Just stop. I need to get a breath. I was like,
Yeah, we're plowing songs, boom, 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 one after another.
hammering 'em,
Yeah.
bang, 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 song.
Does that
after
worry
song.
him, do you think?
What's that?
Does it worry him? Because, none of us are getting younger.
No, it doesn't worry
No,
him.
House of Lords has a whole legacy of its own.
He was just not in gig shape because we've been playing and playing and playing.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
You know, he's been in his studio doing Robin's record,
And of course he did his own.
his own record,
Yeah.
exactly. So studio singing and live singing are two different things.
Absolutely different.
So when he got with us, we've been playing for a year now.
Yeah.
Every day almost.
Yeah, a lot.
And so we're like a
You were at
well-oiled
that level.
machine. Yeah.
He's got to try and raise.
So he was just like, you guys stop.
We actually even when we do the longer shows, we actually play somebody, and in fact we play the older House of Lords songs, so songs we didn't even write.
Yeah.
Like we'll play some of the classic ones as you know, throw them in there as in.
Yeah, back in the States, sometimes you have to do 3 sets.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's a lot of material. We only have one album.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
each
And I
set.
mean, yeah, and it's good for us.
A
It
little
keeps us in
longer
shape that
sometimes.
way.
Yeah, that's why when we started, when we got back, you know, we started doing the shows with James. You know, we're playing all the old songs, and like he's looking at us like going, holy crap, these guys are like we're banging them out like like we've been practicing, which was the truth. We were
And the
practicing
other
the whole
thing
time.
too that you're asking about with the songwriting thing is that it allows us to try things live, and it's
Right.
not so high pressure over there when we're playing all night.
Okay.
We can throw something in. And I would always record us, and I go listen. I'm like, I'll go back and listen to what's working, what's not working, and we go, okay, this song sounds really good, so maybe we should arrange this song we're working on that way because we know that works. People really like that. Okay, we can. It's not hard for us to take a song that we like and we've written and produce it a certain way.
Right.
That's more where we flex on things, is trying to make it swallowable for people.
Swallowable. I like that word.
Yeah,
There's going to be some lady swallowable.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You probably wouldn't know. No. Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm just psyched about calling the next record Precious Hole.
Yeah.
Right, can I... on that
I've
subject,
imagined the artwork already.
on that subject, I will let you in on a bit of a secret. I was preparing to come up here yesterday, in the shower, shaving my face.
Do we want to hear this?
Thought, yeah.
Okay.
It's quite
Just-
funny.
okay.
I thought I'll shave my balls. I cut myself.
Oh, no.
I've got a big razor cut from there down there. It
Like I
was,
said, do we really want to hear this?
well, you've heard it now.
Okay.
There's no going
Think
back.
yourself lucky. I've already heard this story.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I literally sliced my testicle sack,
Oh, no.
and it bled like a bitch.
Well, here, have some more wine. That'll take care of it right there.
Thanks very much, Jim. Yeah, but what about your sort of on the road beauty tips then, guys? I mean, you,
Well, what you
On
missed
the
out
road,
on,
is
you
this
missed
because you're going
out.
to be a singer, so you have to...
Yeah.
I gotta know this
Where are you
shit.
going with this?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Jimmy, show him.
Yeah, well, you missed out. You missed Jimmy. If you'd seen him preparing
Wait, I have
the
a picture.
topiary of his beard.
Oh, yeah,
it was
it's the beard.
it
It's
was
the-
phenomenal.
I don't use a hairdryer on my hair. I use a hairdryer on my beard. I blow dry my beard straight because if I don't, my beard flies out like this. So I have to blow dry it with a comb. I comb it like.
Do you know who we should have
Dan
here?
witnessed this.
Oh, that's epic!
Let's see, what do you got?
That
picture-
photo,
it's a
that photo's
picture
got
of-
to accompany this now.
It's a picture of Jimmy blow drying and combing his beard full speed.
I love it.
Very nice.
Do you know who? You've heard of a band called, you've heard of a band called Wizard from the UK, 1970s.
Yeah.
Totally.
If we had Roy Wood in here and put Jimmy and Roy next, to
Oh, Be like two bookends.
It would.
Yeah.
But he's all white with the facial hair, the same thing. It would be like yin and yang. It would
Really?
be, yeah. You are the young Roy Wood.
How about Ron Wood? I'd like to have his money.
Well, there we go. U.S. politics, guys. Can we do this quickly?
Do we have to?
Do you not do politics?
I'm not.
I don't know anything about politics.
Yeah.
If you want to know.
Obamacare?
Here's the problem with at least in the States, is that it's different. Like, I love the BBC news, like the BBC, CNN, and
Bullshit
stuff.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, but in the States, it's even more
bigger
candy
bullshit.
coated. It's awful. It's very hard to, and the hard thing I see with politics over there is that it's impossible to see the whole picture.
Yeah.
It's impossible to form a solid opinion about something when you just don't know everything about it. We can only see what they show us. How are you supposed to form an opinion on that?
Okay.
You know, so it's difficult to really, get too strong about it, in my opinion.
Music has definitely formed political opinion across the USA. I mean,
Yes.
Look at the guys at Rage Against the Machine.
Yes.
Of course.
Look at people like Queensryche and the classic albums.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories then sort of latch on and say that's our song. Do you find that maybe conspiracy theorists, your Alex Joneses, for example, on the GCN network, or
Your John Kibbles.
John Rush Limbaugh, for example.
Yeah.
I don't know if is he still going?
Yeah, he is.
Rush is still going.
He's still on.
Cool.
I think
and
talk
you've got
radio.
Howard Stern, who does the extreme end of it, but
Yeah.
still pulls in the politics. Do you feel that maybe Maxx Explosion music could be the soundtrack to something?
if we could help it, we wouldn't want anything to do with about it.
Brilliant answer. Brilliant answer.
I mean,
Stay away.
we're not
We're
about trying to
entertainment.
change. We're entertainment.
Exactly.
We want to. We're Maxx Explosion is about having a good time.
See some tits.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Rock
it's
and roll.
it's not necessarily unintelligent either.
No, it's not.
just that
I'm
it's
not
we're not trying to be clever. We're not trying to save the world. We know what we are. And
If
that's
somebody
what we're,
picked up a song of yours and said, "This is the band. This is the lyric, and we're putting it on this cause," what would you do? What could you do?
Well,
Tell them.
it depends what the cause was, I would guess. And I really don't think it would happen because the way our lyric content is, it isn't.
No, I know what you mean.
It's not. You know, we
'cause
consciously we don't
originally-
want to say. Look, I'm all about saving the whales, but I don't think it's our place as entertainers
To tell other people.
to be preaching to people
Right.
about what to do and all that. I mean, it's up to you. You want to go, save
Climb a
a monkey
mountain.
somewhere? Go
I mean,
have
it's
at it. You know what I mean?
very nice to think that we're in a kind of position that's influential that way, but I don't. We're entertainers. Originally I started writing lyrics. I wrote all the songs about my crank. That's how we started out. You know what I mean? So it's like if you want to attach your
But surely
political
the
agenda
whole
to
point-
that, then be my guest.
Surely the whole point of rock music, whatever, for me, is to get away from all that shit.
That's
Anyway,
exactly right.
It's
Exactly right.
escapism at the highest
Exactly.
level.
When I was a
Right.
kid growing up, my family was poor. We didn't have a lot of money. It was all about putting on the headphones and listening to the Who and
You get to-
rock
right.
and roll. I didn't want to study. I didn't want to do any of that.
And the
shit.
thing is, Pete Townshend's lyrics are very intelligent a lot of the time. So it's sort of like,
yeah,
cool. It doesn't mean it has to be stupid.
no.
And we're not out to be stupid. We're not stupid people all the time.
No, but there's not all of us are stupid.
Notice Jimmy sort of blanking over.
I've never heard him so
When
quiet.
did you guys get here?
There's a
guys,
time and a place for everything.
Absolutely. But Dan's got a dash.
Unfortunately, I'm going to speak to some other people because otherwise I know we'd probably chat for
He's got a much bigger name than the other trailer.
Yeah, I'm going to go and have a chat with Ty Keto now. So.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you name dropping bastard.
Jimmy, why don't you go with him?
I should. I'm
follow
going
him
to
around all
go.
day.
So, Danny,
Danny, where's your wife?
Danny, how are you?
I'm only kidding. It's only a joke.
No, it's fine. It'll just go on worldwide radio.
No,
It's fine.
she's like a real. She thanked me for some reason. She thought that that
stuck up
comment
for?
was so nice that I made about how about bringing into reality what musicians have to do to survive, to make make a living, to support a family and stuff like that. Because I think she was she says Danny gets
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean,
flack about doing the Eagles tribute thing and stuff like
but
that.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I have seen his Eagles tribute band, And Jesus H Christ, they are good.
I heard.
They are. I mean, they are
good.
past good. They are.
Yeah.
Hey, so
they
an
are
amazing singer.
phenomenal.
Anything Danny Vaughan sings is going to be amazing.
You would, you know, they in some aspects you think they're actually better than the original.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they are
Cool.
incredible. They blew me away.
Good for
I mean,
him.
I was
That's
expecting them
great.
to be good, but they were way up.
It's just
on
a
that
matter
level.
of, you know, the fans, you know, are think differently. You know, they don't realize that, you know, that the music doesn't carry everything. You know, you have to do, if you're in the music business, to be in the music business, if you're not like a mechanic or lawyer or something else and a musician, you got to be a musician full time. You got to do what it takes to survive during your downtime.
My good friend Davey Pattison, he's sings with Robert Trower.
Okay.
He told me a long time ago, he says, if you're making money and making a living in the music business, no matter how you're doing it, you know, whether it be playing covers, whether it be, you know, being a backup musician for a Las Vegas show, you're successful.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it. You
There's
know?
so many people that want to do it as well.
Yeah.
Competition is high.
And anybody that's going to give somebody a hard time for going out and trying to earn money to support his family, that's just ridiculous. That is.
You're not giving the guy his fair chop.
That's right. It's just.
Definitely. I would love to make money out of doing the radio show, and now and again I get spot sponsors like Jameson's Irish Whiskey, for example, that was the other week, and Love Honey, the sexual toy company, and everything. I've done the whole thing. Don't laugh, Chris.
I didn't say anything.
It was like beer and dildos. It was.
Did you bring one?
What, beer or dildo?
Well, I don't know.
Well, look at that.
They go, yeah.
And it's great. Sometimes you get paid, and I got lovely sponsors from all around, and they give me money now and again. But it's not enough to support family.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got a day job too.
Yeah.
You know, I work in the school literally.
There's
over the
nothing
road.
wrong with that either.
Yeah, I work in the school over the road from the house.
Right.
So I don't use the car. I save money that way. I shag some teachers. It's great fun.
Nice.
Guys like Jimmy and I, we don't know how to do anything else, so.
Okay, Dan's got to go.
All right,
Danny,
Dan.
Right,
Dan, thank you so much.
guys, I'll tell you what, it's been an absolute blast. Jimmy, as you know, it's been
Yeah, this is great. We
fine you
planned
meet
this.
up.
We have to have the photo.
And we didn't create a black hole, so everything's good.
Yeah, everything's fine.
We're going to have this photo.
Eh?
Photo.
Yeah.
We're going to do it now.
Uh,
Or we're going to do it later.
we'll
do it later.
We'll do it
Do it
later
later
on.
you guys.
backstage.
We'll do it later
with
on.
you guys?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
dressed up and stuff.
We'll
You're
do it
gonna
later when
be
we look.
on the stage with us, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When we're doing the
Yeah,
show.
Do you mind?
Huh?
Do you mind?
No.
No, come
Yeah,
on.
we'll be
I'll
dressed.
be there with the man key.
If we don't, if we don't have, if the security doesn't care if you guys are hanging
No,
out, that's
They're all
what do we
good.
care?
We're good. Yeah.
If you let Thomas know that we can do that, then
Absolutely.
Of course.
It's going to happen.
No.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
And I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to see you guys
Give our
later.
love to Danny Vaughan.
I will do.